bottle trash, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Hey y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's your girl, Mommy Carl. I am on the road to 1K. So today's video, y'all, I'm really just finna talk about being a teen parent and how I went through the same situation that this little girl went through. And just reading it back in May, like, really touched the nerves. I haven't just really been able to sit down and let's talk about it. Cause do y'all see this? So this lady made a post and she was saying how her teen daughter is upset because she didn't get to walk across the stage because they wouldn't allow her because she was pregnant. So I want to tell y'all a little background story before I get into why exactly I decided to do this video and how this particular post touched home almost 20 odd years ago. And actually I want to say 20, but 21 years ago, because my oldest is going to be 21 years old. By the time I graduated, I was pregnant with my second daughter. So, wait, pause. So it wasn't 21 years ago. It wasn't 20 years ago. I lied. So it was 18 years ago till today that, not today really, like 18 years ago that I had this same thing happening to me. Like I had this exact thing happen. So as y'all can see, I'm gonna just stop the video for a minute so that y'all can really see this post and read what her mom put. Just keep reading, y'all. So my daughter is upset because, let's just stop right there. Okay, y'all, so here is, I had to get the photo and actually like read it to y'all, like walk y'all through it and tell y'all kind of how like I went through this same thing 18 years ago. I said 20 something odd years ago, but I was off by a couple. So 18 years ago, I went through this exact thing when I was getting ready to walk across the stage and being pregnant with my second daughter by the time I was 18. Well, by the time I was 18, I'm gonna say 17, but I had just turned 18 when I had my daughter back in July, because I'm a July baby. I'm a Cancer baby. So here is what the mom said. This is a picture of her. Don't she look cute? So it says, my daughter calls herself being sad that she didn't get to walk for her graduation this morning. Out of 579 graduates, she's the only one who got pregnant. I'm so embarrassed. So I kind of feel like stuff happens. Kids are gonna be kids. She's a child. She's out there living her best life, graduation time. Probably living her best senior year, enjoying herself. She went against everything I taught her. She's lucky that they even let her come pick up her diploma in the first place. All that hard work thrown away because you went too focused on boys. Now you're finna be a single mom. Shaking my head. Welcome to the real world, boo. First step is getting a job in an apartment because you ain't bringing no baby here. I did my part and now I'm done. So, I'm gonna just say this. It's very easy for people to place judgment. It's very easy for her mom to say she's done. And yes, she feels like she did her part. But I'm gonna say that this girl made a mistake that she probably now knows. The fact that she's even pregnant and graduated, that's two good things off that girl list. Like, she's pregnant, she's still graduated, she's still continuing to go through school, and it looks like she could be about 6-7 months pregnant. So which means she had to go half of her senior year, half of the end of the year pregnant. Like, this story brings back so many emotions. Like, it's not even letting me focus on the real point of the story. So this little girl, mom is out on her own Facebook so she is like degrading her to the whole world. Like, why would you embarrass your daughter? Like, okay, y'all, so like, I just say how her mama embarrassed her to the world. Y'all should have seen them comments. Them comments went crazy on people defending this baby. They said how she should be proud of her, and I agree with them 100%. Like, you should really be proud of her that she even walked across the stage. The fact that she got pregnant in the midst of it, she have graduated and she made a mistake. Everybody's entitled to a mistake, and that baby is actually going to be a blessing. But how this touched deeply to me is when I was 17, about to graduate high school. This was back in 2007, like just to give y'all years and exact times. So I went to a school called Beta they have in Orlando, Florida, that actually lets you go to school as a pregnant mom. They have daycare for you to bring your baby to school with you. The bus picks your baby, you and your baby up with a car seat on the bus. My home school was Maynard E. Evans High, which I never went to a day in my life, y'all, so keep that in mind. I literally stayed across the street from there, but I was going to Dr. Phillips High School because it was a better school, and it was an A school, and now I'm not racist, it was in a white neighborhood, mostly Caucasian white people. No, I'm not racist again, y'all, but I'm just describing the school that I went to. So my mom put me in a better school to make better choices, which I agree with her 100%. That was the best decision she'd ever made for me by sending me to a different zone in a good area. I also went to a good middle school. So when I got ready to graduate, because when you go to an alternative school here in Orlando, Florida, what they do is they let you graduate with your home school, and they have their own graduation just to celebrate you 2 times, letting you know that you did it. So they knew I was going to Beta. Beta had to call over to the high school and say, hey, this child stays in your district. She has completed all of her courses that celebrate to meet Orange County guidelines so that she can graduate. So I want to say Evans kicked back because they're like, no, she coming from Beta. She can't walk, but she could pick up her diploma at the school. So the school told me that, and it was like I could petition it. Me and my mom can write a letter to the school board and tell them why we think that I should walk across the stage, because that was my right. Like, I feel like it was my right to walk across the stage, pregnant and all. It was my right, and I should have the right, like every other child who did a whole school year in Orange County Public Schools, to walk across the stage. So immediately I go to writing me a paper to put in an email and send it to them. So in this letter, I was explaining to them how I feel like it's so unfair for me as a graduate of 2007, yay, that I cannot walk with my class. Like, I feel like y'all are taking that away from me, and that's not right. So the principal just immediately kept giving me kickback, like, we have a school here with a program for pregnant mothers. If you would have went here, we could have allowed you to walk across the stage. So I'm like, whether I went there or not, I'm a mom. That's my home school. I should be able to walk with the rest of my classmates. Whether I went to that school or not, I should be able to walk with the rest of my class. So I had a few friends also write letters, send them to the principal, because the neighborhood I stayed in was directly across the street from Maynard E. Evans High School. So I had like 5 or 6 friends that stayed in the neighborhood that I played with on a daily. I had them write letters explaining how important it was for me to walk across the stage and enjoy the moment, participate in all of the school activities. So why can't I graduate? Y'all allowing me to take a part of grad bash of being pregnant. Y'all allowing me to come to prom pregnant. Y'all allowing me to go to homecoming pregnant. So I have literally did everything there was to do as a pregnant teen. What? Here, give us your phone to your daddy. I'm done with his phone too. Just fly in here and drive me. Shut the door. So literally, y'all, I have did everything there was that like a regular high school student would do. Only difference was I went to Beta, a school that allowed me to go to school, take my child to school with me. Because at this time, y'all, mind y'all, I'm pregnant with baby number 2. So it's not just my first baby. This is my second baby. So I got pregnant my end of 9th grade year with my first daughter. I had her continue on school as normal. Then I got pregnant again end of my senior year, I got pregnant. So I was already going to beta. So I didn't have to switch schools. I was allowed to stay there, being pregnant with baby number 2, and yes, I was being fast. So I got pregnant with baby number 2. This is 2 years later, y'all. Mind you, I got pregnant my end of my 9th grade year. I took my whole high school year, my whole 9th to 12th grade year in an alternative school. So when I found out I was pregnant again for the second time, of course I was devastated, but I couldn't be too damn devastated. I knew I was out here being grown, doing grown people stuff. So, you know, there's grown woman consequences. So I got pregnant again, and I was allowed to stay at the school called Beta. So they was also writing letters to the district, to the principal, calling who they knew, and just telling them my situation, how the school is denying me to walk across the stage, and it's not fair. So they was literally really going to bat to me, besides me and my mama. Writing emails, my mama calling the district all the time, like, hey, my daughter, she been in Orange County her whole life. Like, she did what she had to do, got her credits, went to night school. I went to night school as a pregnant teen mom. Like, I did everything I did to catch up on my credits because I was out from having a baby for a couple of weeks. So they enrolled me in virtual school. Well, I did online, and then 2 nights a week, I went to night school. So when I leave Beta, I would go to work at Universal Studios. Then my mama they would drop me out home. My mama would keep the baby while I would work. Then I would go to night school 2 times a week. So I had an awesome support system. Like, my mom was very supportive. My grandparents was very supportive. My dad was very supportive. His family, my dad didn't really want to take me around his side of the family, because he kept getting talked about throughout his siblings. My daddy is the baby of 10 siblings. And they was talking about him, shaming him. So we really didn't go around him like that, y'all. But that's another story for another time. But however, we kept fighting. We had started this process in March. So May 10th, I'll never forget, because graduation was May 26th. May 10th, I got an email I got an email in my school account saying, you're approved to walk across the stage. When I tell you, I literally cried, because my dreams was coming true. I was able to walk across that stage, give my mama her diploma like she asked, and go live my life. So to see this story surface on Facebook while this mom is saying, my daughter is sad because she didn't get to walk across the stage, that is something sad, and that is something traumatic. Like, I don't blame that little girl for being sad, because you mean to tell me because I'm pregnant I can't walk across the stage, talking about liability and risk. There are ways for y'all to make it where it's safety enough for me to walk across that stage. Because when I tell y'all, I got the email telling me how I had to arrive 3 hours before everybody else. So graduation started at 7. I had to be there by 4 p.m. I had got to walk out with my class, but they had to have a delay so nobody wouldn't push or trip me. And then when I was going on the stage, like before they got to my row, y'all know how they line us up by our last name. So of course my last name was Laws. Then they, when they got to like 3 rows above me, they grabbed me from my seat, and I got to sit on the end like I was outside of my alphabets a little bit. I got to sit on the end. They walked me to the back, stopped me in a chair by the stage. Right before my name was called is when I got to stand up and walk across the stage. So I got that moment, and I appreciate Orange County Public School Districts for allowing me the opportunity, for hearing me and seeing it through. Like, they really make sure I was safe enough to walk across that stage, make sure there wasn't a hazard, and make sure I didn't get hurt. So I really appreciate them from the bottom of my heart, y'all. So this story was so traumatic to me, because I can't imagine not being able to walk across the stage after all we go through, waking up early in the morning to go to school. So to me, I just felt like this story touched home in so many ways. No, my mom did not shame me, and I don't know what the circumstances is on why she wasn't allowed to walk with her class, but I'm sure it had something to do with her being pregnant. That's first. Because a lot of school districts don't allow pregnant people to walk across the stage. They tell them that you are allowed to pick up your diploma, you are allowed to order your cap and gown like a normal person, but you cannot walk across the stage. So my county was one of those counties that had that in effect. However, I fought it, I appealed it. A lot of people would take note and stand by it, but my mama wasn't having it. My grandma worked for the police department and they wasn't having it. Like literally, my grandma worked for the police department. She knew people in high places. She made a couple calls to the district. She knew big people. My grandma was friends with the mayor of Orlando. So they weren't finna play that. They like, y'all ain't finna play in my face. So when it all boiled down to it, I have a really strong support system. Yes, I have 7 kids now, and I wouldn't change that for the world. Being a teen parent is something that I just wouldn't change for the world. But I had to speak on this story because I kind of feel like this lady is dead behind wrong. Like, if anything, you should be building your daughter up. You should be here to help her, support her through this journey. And yes, it hits the real world now. And yes, she's ungraduated. And yes, it's life about to get a little hard. But all you can do is be there to support her. I wouldn't dare do none of my girls this way. Y'all don't know how emotional like this is making me. I think I'm just about to wrap this video up because angry ain't the word. Like, I really want to inbox her mama a couple words and like, later, you need to be there to support her. That same daughter that you disowning is gonna be the same one that you're gonna have to call on, God forbid. Like, being nasty never pays off. I am very proud of her for making that decision to finish school and graduate, because morning sickness, and we all know being pregnant is not for the weak. Our emotions be everywhere. They be hot. Imagine, I can't even talk, that's how emotional it got me. Like, imagine us as adults being pregnant with all those emotions and not knowing how to deal with them, to being a teenage child, being pregnant, dealing with emotions, learning stuff. Your body is growing, your hormones are changing. Like, it's a lot. I think I'm gonna leave that for another story, another day, being a teenage mom and how I survived. Till now I'm a LPN. Yeah, I did really good for myself. So yeah, I had 2 babies by the time I finished high school, but guess what? Your girl went to college. Your girl got 2 degrees right now. I got a business and management, and I'm a licensed nurse. So what else can I ask for? Like, nobody's gonna ever make me feel bad about my parenting. Nobody's gonna ever make me feel bad about my decisions. Like, before y'all get on the internet with that rah ha 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 stuff, just know, like, I did that. Like, that's part of my story. It made me the woman that I am today. But y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because your girl is on the road to 1K. Hey sister, hey cousin, hey family. Act up, you can get snatched up. Act up, you can get snatched up.